Hey everybody, welcome to the Stuff of Sunny. I am Sunny, and this is something I've been alluding to in the description of the Sprite-Lapses. I'm gonna start doing some commentary over them, just for no other reason than, why not? Yeah, it's basically the only reason I'd have. I'm fine with having them unlisted, because of the possible musical concerns, but I just got bored. Similarly to how I started making these in the first place, I just got bored one day and thought, I want to do a sprite. What if I tried recording myself doing the sprite? And just sped it up and made a time-lapse, yeah! Because I could show off, well, kind of just show what I do to make the sprites that I put out most of the time. Because a lot of people do this, people who make comics, people who make full-on sheets for the internet, usually of custom characters and whatnot, but people do this when they make games as well. Just look at Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The sprites were altered from, I believe, Sonic 2, and were altered to basically have better shading, some better light. I highly doubt that Sega opened up a new image file or whatever and made an entirely new sprite sheet from scratch just for Sonic 3. I don't think they did that. They probably just took Sonic 2 sprites, touched them up, and said, boom, there we go. And I have to say, after doing this for however many times I've done this now, I can now look at like Sonic Advance sheets and be able to clearly see, alright, that sheet probably started out as Sonic and then they altered it to be this character, or that character, or this sprite probably wasn't Sonic, but they altered it for Sonic because it would fit for Sonic. That's something that you just do when you're designing a game. You don't always have time to make individual sprites for every character. Don't have time to make each sprite from the ground up. That would just be ludicrous. Like, yeah, you might need to make certain bits and pieces of sprites from the ground up, but making each and every sprite from the ground up, that just sounds ludicrous. Utterly tedious, and God, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But yeah, I want to do Tiara Boobowski because I honestly, like a lot of gamers, I do not like it when a game has to be cancelled. I can understand why the game was cancelled, but like most people, seeing something just get cancelled is saddening. Wish Sonic X-treme would have still came out, wish Sonic Lost World would have been more like X-treme, like how people were assuming whenever the cylindrical world design was showed off. But yeah, Sonic X-treme never came to be. Tiara Boobowski was like fully designed, but just wasn't meant to be. She didn't even appear in Sonic Boom, which Chris Sen also worked on. Then again, I don't know if he, or like what input he had on anything Sonic Boom. I'm pretty sure the designs were set in stone before the game came out. So I can't even hope maybe Chris Sen designed sticks. But yeah, Sonic Lost World was cancelled, and I like the stuff that we did get from it before it was cancelled, like some of the music that was leaked, the characters that were going to be in it. At one point the game was pitched to be a comic game, like it was going to use the characters from, I think it was Sonic the Hedgehog, Sat AM, and the comics, kind of like Sonic Spinball, except taken in a more serious tone. I honestly would have loved to have seen that, but I guess the reason why they don't do something like that at this point is that way they don't cross-contaminate. Because that's just something that's frowned upon in the game industry nowadays. Like, I think it was either Bayonetta, or no, it was Mario, who was actually planned to be in the Wii U version of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, which on its own sounds ludicrous. I mean, they got Banjo-Kazooie in the Xbox version of the original Sonic and All-Stars Racing, And it even says on his description that he debuted in Diddy Kong Racing. But they decided not to put Mario in so it wouldn't cross-contaminate with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and that honestly, that doesn't bode well. Does that mean that they're never going to appear in any game other than the Olympic Games? Come on. All we want is a platformer with the two. They're two of the biggest names in platforming. Why can't we have this? Why can't we have this? And no Sonic and, like, a Sonic costume in Mario Maker doesn't count. I mean, that in and of itself was jarring, but come on. How long do we gotta wait? Probably have to wait until, like, Nintendo goes very deep into the red and they're desperate for anything. But yeah, we're just about done with the Sprite-Lapse here. I was able to sufficiently ramble along the duration of the video. I honestly thought that I would have nothing to talk about and I'd have to do like 300 takes. No, I only had to do 3 takes because of audio errors. Fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this Sprite-Lapse with or without commentary. There will probably be a link to the without commentary version somewhere on the end card here in a second. But I hope you enjoyed watching this. Hope you enjoyed watching the other ones too. And I hope you'll be back to see more as they come out. See you guys on the next commentated version or next uncommented version, whichever happens first. Bye.